Today's video is an update video in the ongoing saga that is the potential rescheduling of marijuana in the United States specifically. Making this update video because just recently the White House had a press conference and a question was asked to the press secretary about marijuana rescheduling, and she gave an answer that absolutely had no ambiguity whatsoever. So I want to go over what was said and what it actually means for the process of rescheduling marijuana. So basically the question was along the lines of, when is marijuana going to be rescheduled? And this is important because it's about the process of rescheduling, and that is what the press secretary clarified. So this comes after many senators, governors, and even the general public have written letters, emails, and petitions directly to the White House asking for marijuana to be either descheduled or rescheduled. So I'm actually going to show you the clip now of the portion of the press conference that has to do with marijuana rescheduling, the question and the answer from the press secretary. Again, the full version of the press conference is available on YouTube, although it goes on for over an hour. So I'll show you the clip here and then I'll come back and describe what it means potentially for the future.
Thank you. So this week, a ton of people will be here for the National Cannabis Policy Summit, and there's currently still a patchwork of state marijuana laws to regulate the drug safety, including whether there are traces of lead in products. Since marijuana is still illegal at the federal level, but becoming more common at the state level, is the administration doing anything to try to improve safety regulations of products or any consideration of legalizing marijuana moving forward at the federal level?
So I will give you a little bit of an update. So as you all know, the President asked Secretary of HHS and the Attorney General to initiate the administrative process to review how marijuana is scheduled. HHS has concluded their independent review guided by the evidence. The scheduling review is now with DOJ, and any input should be certainly directed to them at a time and in a manner they say is appropriate. So this is a matter at this point, now that HHS has completed their review, it's in the Department of Justice, and they can speak to where marijuana rescheduling is at this point.
All right, so what basically does this mean? So what the press secretary is basically saying is that President Biden, the White House, was responsible for starting the process of reviewing if marijuana should either be descheduled or rescheduled. And basically what she's saying is that once the White House started that process, once the president started that process, that they're basically hands off from here on out. Whatever happens, happens, but they're washing their hands of the situation. They will not be the ones that are going to either reschedule or deschedule, so basically everybody can stop asking them to do so. The Department of Justice, specifically the DEA, now has to make the final decision. The DEA has been saying that very definitively. They have all the power, all the control in this situation. Now the White House is confirming this, again, with no ambiguity whatsoever. They are not going to, meaning the White House, they are not going to be the ones to deschedule or reschedule. Their responsibility was just to get the process going, and now the process is going to play out like the process is going to play out. So what they're saying is all these letters, all these emails, all these petitions from all these different groups, they're meaningless if they're going to the White House, because the White House has done their job and now they're out. All right, so I hope this quick update was helpful. I will be back with more updates as this continues to develop. Till next time, everybody stay safe.